Have you ever been in love? Truly? Madly? Deeply? I haven't. I'm a games journalist, we're not allowed. But you probably think you have. Shadowheart, Astarion, Bastilashan, Alistair, Anaman. Quite the virtual body count you've racked up, and I'm sure you have fond memories of all of them.
Work, work, work!
I'm here to tell you that those fond memories are wrong.
Very well, you have me.
Romance in the vast majority of RPGs sucks, actually, and it's because the BioWare-style blank-slate protagonist is fundamentally unsuited to interesting romances. That's my big thesis. There's no other reason I think this. Please don't do psychology on me in the comments.
No need to worry about me.
You might think I'm mad, crazy, cuckoo, just plain wrong, mellifluous, tender, alluring in a homely sort of way. But stay with me. I promise I have a case to make here, and if you just stick with me, you'll hit the end of this video entirely on board with my proposal to outlaw sex, or whatever.
Will you join with me, Shepard? Let our bodies and minds unite.
Just tell me what to do.
Let's start with the sexiest possible thing. A history lesson. Once upon a time, in a game called Baldur's Gate 2, there was a girl named Aerie. Aerie was a formerly winged elf who worked in a circus and had so much personal trauma. She was a great sopping bag of the stuff, which she worked out over the course of an extended courtship with you, the male player character. At some point, she'd even get pregnant, and your resulting baby, whose name was Aerie's Baby, would occupy a slot in your inventory for the rest of time, taking up space you might have otherwise used for a longsword or some sort of precious agate. This is a sequence of events which I now regard as having ruined all of video games. Do you see the problem here?
By the goddess. That was incredible, Shepard.
You were incredible.
I just described flawlessly the entire arc of Aerie's romance, and I never talked about her partner beyond identifying him as male player character. A relationship, so I'm told, consists of two people. Sometimes more, if you're French. But my protagonist in Baldur's Gate 3 isn't a person. She's a level 9 monk who can do 6 attacks a turn. That's not a personality and is also not something you're allowed to put on a Hinge profile, apparently. But despite the obvious flaws in the formula, RPGs keep doing it. They're expected to do it. Everyone gets really cross when Obsidian doesn't do it, despite the fact that Obsidian is 100% correct. The shape of BG2's romances is the shape of so many RPG romances since.
Don't hurt those pretty lips of yours, all right? They feature heavily in my future plans.
Swap out Aerie for Liara, Viconia for Lae'zel, Anaman for, I don't know, Solas or something. Decades later, and I'm still expected to get invested in a so-called relationship between an actually fleshed out character and my protagonist, who is a breadstick with a morality meter. It's an unavoidable problem. For as much as I try to roleplay a certain vision of my avatars in games like Baldur's Gate 2 and 3, Mass Effect, Pathfinder, or hell, even Stardew Valley, they have fundamentally fewer dimensions than their romantic counterparts. I'm not invested in the alchemy that takes place between my cutout of a protagonist and their bow. It will never feel like much more than making my dolls kiss. Also, I don't actually have dolls. Please don't write that I have dolls. Before you accuse me of having a prudish heart of flint, I'm not against romance. There are games that pull it off really well. The Witcher 3? Great stuff. I could not be more invested in Geralt and Yennefer's kind of toxic, but also they're clearly meant for each other partnership.
I thought you'd become a stranger to me, that I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Cyberpunk? River War needs to stay very far away from me, but there's genuine chemistry between V and Judy, Panam, or Kerry.
Quality over quantity, V.
Those are both CD Projekt games. Does that mean only the Polish truly understand love? Yes. But also, CDP restricts your range of roleplay. You can never really be evil Geralt, and however you play V, they're always clearly the same person. It gives their partners an actual personality to bounce off, and their relationships a genuine foundation to build on. You just can't do that in a BioWare RPG where one part of the romance could be anyone from John the Baptist to Sauron. Nothing of interest can be produced between two people when one of them could exist anywhere on the moral spectrum.
Just tell me what to do.
How do you write a single romance that works coherently for both Albert Schweitzer and Albert Fish? Obsidian, God bless it, gets this, I think. It's why the studio has stubbornly refused to let you smooch anyone in its most recent RPGs, even when people got really angry about it. I don't even love those games, really. Avowed was fine, but it made a bold and entirely correct creative choice when it practically forbade you from kissing the big blue man, voiced by Garrus. Please do not firebomb my house. Also, yes, I know there's like a hidden mini romance in there if you're really committed, but whatever, that doesn't count. Romantic elements of Obsidian's games often occur between other characters, rather than between protagonist and party members. Christine and Veronica in New Vegas.
You what? You met Christine? Where is she? Is she okay? Is she alive?
Or Parvati and Junlei in the first Outer Worlds.
I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech.
God, that's so much better. A romance between two actual people. How much more narratively interesting, how much more revealing about the people involved, how much less I have to worry about someone accidentally falling in love with me because I was kind of nice to them.
Alright, if that's the way you want it, fine. Now excuse me, I don't think I should be where I'm not wanted.
In fact, the only time I remember Obsidian taking a stab at more traditional romances in semi-recent memory is Deadfire. Do you remember the romances in Deadfire? Me neither. So, perhaps what I want is not necessarily less romance in my blank-slate RPGs, but more romance between characters that are actually fully fledged. More romances between my party members for me to spectate, and less between my party and their glorified blow-up doll of a leader. So what am I proposing here? That RPG devs should forswear all romance for the rest of time just to fulfill my mad whims? Absolutely yes, I am. But failing that, maybe we could all take a cold shower and not demand every game with a dialogue wheel gives us a harem of hotties to choose between. It's not interesting, it's boring, and the resulting children are an enormous waste of inventory space.
Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to PC Gamer and let me know all about your love life in the comments below. Actually, don't do the second one.